feel great. I mean, I feel like I'm number one, you know, in my position and, you know, myself as well. So, I mean, I'm just going to add more value to the team and, you know, be an impact.
Jihaad, can you talk specifically about?
Yeah, I mean, it was just, you know, just full of excitement, you know, just really just happy, you know, of all the accomplishments that I made, you know, leading up to this point.
Jihaad, can you talk about your thoughts on just the Eagles' defense and how they've utilized linebackers?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
like
definitely.
Zach Bond.
I mean, it's a very multiple defense, you know, that they have. You know, you see a guy like Zach Bond, you see a guy like Nolan Smith, their whole D-line. I mean, you seen the game versus Pat Mahomes and what they did to them. So just leaning towards that and really understanding that, I'm really excited, you know, to come in and learn the scheme and, you know, just attack it each and every day.
Yeah, I know you're from South Jersey. What was the call like getting from Harry Roseman, knowing that you're coming back home?
It was a surreal moment. It was like dreams to reality for real, because I mean, I always remember, you know, just having that Eagles jersey on and always, you know, being a representation of, you know, watching the Eagles, even when I was at like First Watch, you know, brunch place and, you know, watching them on TV with my pops and stuff like that. And, you know, I mean, my whole family's all Eagles fans, so it was a dream come true.
Who's your favorite player growing up?
Say it again?
Who's your favorite player growing up?
I gotta be Brian Dawkins.
What about him?
Just that tenacity that he brings to the game, like that aggression. That's what I bring to the game. You know, that competitive nature and, you know, that certain type of attitude that you have a want to win and you have a will to learn. So.
What does it mean to have this journey come full circle for you? You started obviously in South Jersey,
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, it's just God's plan, you know, and I'm following, you know, straight through His guide, you know, of, you know, whatever He poses, you know, for me, and you know, I'm just blessed and I'm honored.
Do you have your family with you right now?
Yeah, definitely. Well, not right now, but yeah, they left. Yeah.
Jacket?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Let's take it, bro.
Yeah, can you stand up so we can see it?
Got y'all real quick.
Come on.
So I got a lot of my family members, you know, that always just supported me and, you know, just paved the way for me in my journey, in my career. And, you know, all the sacrifices and all the long nights and early mornings of taking me to practice and picking me up from, you know, football field or basketball gym or whatever, like, those don't go unnoticed, you know, and I definitely want to give a special shout out to Miss Mary. You know, she passed away. She was my academic advisor. And, you know, I just never forget about her. You know, I always miss her, and, you know, I definitely love her. And this was definitely dedicated for her. So.
Was she at Temple Creek?
No, Alabama. Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, hey, what can I say? I'm going to Philly. I'm coming to win. You know, Georgia, Bama boys, we colliding is the best thing. But in that college season, you know who I'm going for.
Thomas Steen is obvious draft pick. Going to teams that are mediocre. You're going to a world champion. Is that going to be a little?
Say the best for last, man. The rich just got richer.
Is that going to give you a little added pressure knowing you're going in with some guys that just want a trophy?
Damn right. I feel good. You know, just getting in with them guys and building that relationship and that bond. And I mean, really, you know, even learning from Jalen Hurts and, you know, what he looks at, you know, being a QB and, you know, how I can take that game and apply it to mine.
Thomas Steen was one of your former teammates.
Oh, I forgot. Tyler Steen over there, too.
What does it mean to reunite with him?
It mean a lot. Damn, that's crazy. I mean, it goes to show you that, like, the Eagles got a lot of Bama boys. I mean, he did a phenomenal job in the Super Bowl, and, you know, special shout out to that dog, man. You know, he was at Bama doing his thing, too.
So you talked about the Georgia Bama boys. That's all SEC country.
Yeah.
What did playing in the SEC do to help you improve as a player on and off the field?
Being competitive. I mean, it's the best conference in the nation in college football, so I don't care about none of that Big 12, Mountain West, whatever anybody else play in. You know what I'm saying? Every week, you know, you're going to have to compete because you might not know who you're going against or, you know, what they got. I mean, you know, we lost Vanderbilt, so.
Who's the best inside linebacker in the league right now?
Say it again?
Who's the best inside linebacker in the league to you?
I'm going to have to get back to you on that question, you know, later down the line.
We'll take two more questions. Two more.
One of the biggest obstacles you've had to face in your career.
one of the biggest obstacles. I mean, really, just adversity. A lot of adversity. I mean, injuries. My father being gone and being incarcerated, and me having to grow up, as a young boy and as a, into a young man, and always having my family there for support and stuff like that. And I think, just growing into your own and understanding, what do you want to be and what's your why and who do you do it for is very big, especially for those young athletes that's out there.
Last one.
I understand you and Tyler are now the priorities, but you guys both came up in both and both your lives changed for you.
Yeah.
What's it mean for you to go through this past couple of years for time?
Yeah, a lot, man. Iron sharpen iron. I mean, he's an absolute dude, but we coming for him.
Okay, thanks, Jihaad.
Thank you.
Yeah.